Let us take up a practical question. A company asks you to carry out process of confirmation of its accounts receivable having balances in excess of 10 lakhs as per its books of accounts at the close of the year. So they're telling that you please obtain confirmation on accounts receivable. Accounts receivable means debtor, customer account. Okay. The work to be performed only involves preparing and sending confirmation request to such party. Confirmation request, analysis of variation on receipt of confirmation, and submission of a report in accordance with the professional standard. What points have to be kept in mind for inclusion in the report specifically for such engagement? So what is happening is that they say that please you have to do only these procedures. What are the procedures? First of all, you have to send confirmation request to these parties, that is accounts receivable. Confirmation request means it's like a letter. Analysis of the variations, suppose you have to compare the confirmation with the books of account, so if there is any variation, and then you have to submit the report as per the professional standard. Now here, what are the aspects you should keep in mind while performing such engagement? Now here in CA final auditing, we have different types of engagement: audit, review, other assurance, and related services. Now, if we talk about, this is not an audit. This is not an audit actually here, because he's just asking you that you perform these procedures and give a report only on accounts receivable. So this cannot be audit nor review. Review will have only less procedures, that is inquiry and analytical procedure. And then you have other assurance. Other assurance, that's the thing here. So other assurance means where you give your conclusions. Here you're just submitting the report and you're not mentioning any conclusion. And lastly, you and also other assurance relates to information other than historical information. And coming up to fourth type of engagement, that is related services. So it should fall under related services. Now, related services could be agreed upon procedures. Okay, it could be agreed upon procedures, or it could be like say compilation engagement. So if you look at this question, compilation engagement means you convert the trial balance into balance sheet and P&L. This is not a conversion of trial balance into balance sheet and P&L. This is something you apply procedures. So this is more of a agreed upon procedures. So here the described engagement is an agreed upon procedures engagement. And following point you should keep in mind while giving a reporting. First of all, statement that these procedures which are performed are agreed upon with the recipient. So you have agreed upon certain procedure with the recipient. Statement that engagement was performed in accordance with standards on related services applicable to agreed upon procedures engagement. Identification of the purpose for which the agreed upon procedures were performed. Listing of specific procedures which are performed. Description of auditors' factual findings, including sufficient details of errors and exception found. Then statement that procedures performed do not constitute either audit or review, hence no assurance is expressed. This is neither audit nor review, hence there is no question of giving any kind of assurance. That's the thing here. Statement that the report is restricted to those parties who have agreed to procedures to be performed. Basically, there is a restriction in the distribution of the report. It is only given to the person with whom it is agreed that these procedures will be applied. That's the thing here. So it is neither audit nor review. That is the thing here. The auditor has performed additional procedures, and audit or review other matters might come to light, and that will be reported. Statement that report relates only to elements, accounts, items, financial, non-financial information. It does not extend to entities' financial statement taken as a whole. So it is not applicable to entities' financial statement as a whole. You have to give a statement that you are reporting on certain elements, accounts, items of financial statement. You're not extending to the entire financial statement. First of all, you have to give a statement that whatever procedures are performed, they are agreed upon with the recipient. Then you have to follow standards on related services related to agreed upon procedures. Okay, SRS 4400 you have to follow. Then you have to find out why you are performing the agreed upon procedure, the purpose of agreed upon procedures, and you have to list down the procedures, and you have to give your factual findings and what are the details of errors and exceptions which are found out, and give a clear disclaimer that this is not an audit, this is not a review, so hence we are not giving any opinion. Statement that report is restricted only to those parties with whom it is agreed upon, and you're going to report only on element, items, accounts, financial, non-financial information, not on the entire financial statement. Okay, so this is how you have to understand this question. Okay, I'll see you in the next question.